Okay, now it's time for exercise number 2. In the exercise number 1 we created this XML file we see here, and now we are going to create a schema that fits to this file. So we start by adding a new document here, and this document is an XML schema like this. And then we got a lot of help. We got a number of different lines already filled in for us. For instance, the reference here to the W3C XML schema definition. Okay, first we see here that by default they name the root element root, but in our case it's called my database. By the way, we can change the name to this schema and call it parcel.xsd. This database or this XML file is a complex type, and it consists of sequences of parcels. So we first have to specify the next element type, that is parcel. But it's not a simple element, it's a complex type, and it doesn't have any specific attribute attached to it. The XML file has at least 0 parcels and as many as we wish to have. We also have to specify the stop tag, end tag of this element. Okay, so now we come that far that the XML file called my database consists of a number of parcels. Then each parcel is complex type, so we have to specify that also. And the sub-elements are coming in sequence. Like this. And the first sub-element we have, it's the parcel ID. Like this. Each parcel needs to have at least one parcel ID, but preferably it should not have more than one parcel IDs either. And type, well, it's a string. The next element is the owner. Of course it should be an owner, but it might be in our case that we don't know the owner. So the minimum number of occurrences is 0. The maximum numbers, well, there can be many different owners. And the type is also a string. And the third sub-element we have, it's the area. We might be missing the area, but the parcel should not have more than one area. And the type, it's not a string, it's a decimal. Okay, so this is our schema and it looks quite well to me. First we need to check the validity. Validate the schema. We have here XML schema, validate, yes, parcel XSD is valid. That's good, so we know that it's consistent. Then we need to check, first of all, we need to save it also. Don't forget that. Then we need to link or associate our XML file with a schema. So associate to an XML schema, shows the file, and it's called parcel, like this. And then we get all the text for association. And since this is located on our disk, we have this local link to the XML schema. And now finally we only have to validate that the two fit together. And we do that by pressing the validation button, and we find out that yes, it's valid. So that's the end of the second assignment.